Hello, everyone. If you don't know me by now, I am Mintykid. And if you're my friend or follower or just somebody who randomly found me on Facebook, IG, or whatever, hi, I am me. I am me, and I'll speak for me today. So, I always wanted to do this because I know for a long time I've been wanting to do a blog about myself because I don't know, I have a lot to say. I'm just always afraid to say it, but now I just been in a point in my life where I just want to say stuff, and if y'all want to hear me say it, I'm gonna say it anyways. But I wanted to talk about because it took me a while to kind of figure out my topic, but this, if you see on the title, it says why I cosplay. Me, Mintykid. So the reason why this topic really hit to me is I've been doing a lot of thinking and finding things that I used to love and I forgot that I loved. And I was remembering the times when I cosplayed, right? And before I was cosplaying for I'll tell you, at that time when I was just cosplaying, it was fun, something to do. I'm still a nerd weeb. You can see Star Wars and teddy bears and then BTS over here. But, yeah, I just did it for fun. I did it to be noticed, to be seen, and to be appreciated and acknowledged. That's not the whole video to it. That's just was how I was when I thought about why I cosplayed, and then I understand why I basically stopped. Because during that time, the characters that I did pick, and one of the ones, because I did a lot of casual cosplays and Lolitas and things I put together, because I like putting things together, making something out of nothing. I know that I'm creative. I can't help myself. I make anything something grand. But the characters that I actually did play, because a lot of the times I was always afraid to actually cosplay any character, because during that time, with PLC, being a person of color, cosplay was starting to be a hot thing during that time, and everybody was jumping on board, and especially us people of color was really jumping on, because we're nerds. We love video games, we love anime, we love Rick and Morty and all those cool shows and stuff, because I started to understand the reason why I got into those shows, or these comics and stuff, because it's stuff that during the times when I was young and trying to find myself and identify myself, a lot of the characters that I've seen a lot of myself or a lot of myself that I wish out of myself. I'll start. So I think my first character cosplay would have to be Winry from Full Metal Alchemist. And the one thing about Winry, reason why I kind of pick Winry Rock Bell, is because she was pretty easy to do. It was, I could put that together really quick. But then I realized why I kind of draw to her. Not saying I didn't like Riza. Riza is that type of girl, but Winry is a passionate, compassionate individual who will fight and say what she believes in. She has the strength and courage to do what she said, and even though she loves Edward, she was the one who made sure she took care of Edward. That nigga broke his arm and leg so many I'm sorry, but that dude broke his arm so many times, so many darn times. And you know what Winry did? came through with her kit, fixed him up, and he went on with his day. Like, that's how it went down. And that's the type of person I was, especially during that time. I was just always the strength that fixed everybody. And I mean, Edward did admit and was there and manned up, but you know, Edward would never be the man that he is today without his Winry. So I am a Winry to all of you, and Winry resonated with me. So that day when I went to SuperCon and I walked the con floor, first time doing a character, like an actual character, and I did it really good. If you look on my IG, Mintykid, just literally Mintykid, you'll see Winry cosplays. And during that time I didn't have this hair. My hair was really short, so I was able to wear a wig and I pulled it off really good. And I had a big ass wrench and everything. And everybody was like, so like, oh my god, oh my god, you're Winry. And two, I did Winry because Vic Mignon, I was really into him and his voice actor, and I really wanted to be like, hey, I'm Winry and I'm seeing you. And I did it at the panel, and it was like the coolest experience. I have a picture with Scar, the voice actor for Winry, and Edward all together. And it was crazy. Like I did that myself. Like I went up there and I was so proud of myself. And that whole day I would just resonate. Everybody was like, Winry, 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 Winry. And I'm like, I couldn't help myself. It was a great day. And I started to feel comfortable enough where I started to find other characters that I felt was, in that time, kind of easy to do, because I didn't have like that time or that mental space to even sit there that time to really construct a cosplay. So I did a lot of closet cosplays and stuff, and buying stuff, where after a while I used to feel insecure because, you know, everybody in cosplay communities be like, if you about something if you make your cosplay. Like, nah, you about something if you being yourself in your cosplay. Like, cosplaying is supposed to be you, the best you, and that's who you are. You want to portray Princess Leia, you want to Prince Luke, or freaking Tony Hawk. I don't know, I'm playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater right now, but like, it's just, we identify with these characters. We were all, or I would say, I was like immersed into a fantasy where I wanted to be my reality, because my reality wasn't my fantasy. My reality wasn't my fantasy. Yeah, makes sense, because like, I wanted that perfect world or that perfect image, and even with K-dramas, I fell into that too, where, you know, the perfect romance, even though they had so much 10 billion misunderstandings, but you know, there was love there at the end. And after Winry, you know, I did that, and I was in my cosplay group of friends during that time, and we did a lot of cons, and it was really struggling, like, for me, because I was working my job, and my job didn't make it feel like I can really create, because it was took up too much of my time. My brain was too much with the job in my mind, so I just did enough to really get myself. So I make those con times like mini vacations, but they weren't vacations, because at the end of the con I was just exhausted still. But that's just not because the cons exhausted me, it's just because everything else did. Oh. But as I go on, like later, I did wonderful and sweet little Nightwing. I would say that was one of the funnest ones I'd done, because especially I had a cosplay group of strong black women, and we was all the Robins. We had a Damien, we had a Red Hood, and we had another Nightwing too. And it was just a whole bunch of Robins, and every time when we were around, we would have Robins, we were looking for Batmans, and when we went to MegaCon, we did the DC shoot, and it was like great. Like, I resonated in Nightwing. But I didn't really understand I did until the other day I was thinking about it. I was like, why did I choose Nightwing as a character? And then I understand the essence of Nightwing, which is Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson was the first Robin with Batman. And if you know anything, I mean, if you're a nerd and you're watching this, but if you're not, Robin, the first Robin, eventually left his nest and became Nightwing. That resonated with me because, that's who I am. Dick didn't give a crap because he was kind of dick. I mean, in the word of it, but and I'm just not saying he was, but I'm just saying, like, he stood up what he believed in, and he would do what he felt like was right for him. Like, after a while, he was like, yo, Batman, yo, Bruce, like, this stuff is not working anymore. I kind of want to do my own thing. Like, this stuff is not doing it. I'm gonna become Nightwing. He became Nightwing. He flourished. He became his own thing to the point that Batman looks up to him, like sees him as an equal. I don't know if y'all would see it like that. I don't care what y'all nerds say, but that's what I interpret it as. Because, later he gave him the mantle of Batman when he was with Damian. So, Nightwing was a fun cosplay that I did, and I even know I identify with so much. And it's crazy how I just picked that up because I'm going in the whole moment, but yeah, it's just that's another reason why I cosplay. Like, those are things I cosplay. And then the craziest one that I really had to really think about was the Assassin's Creed cosplay. If anybody know or seen, I got this cosplay actually from Halloween. During Halloween, they have, the Halloween stores have really, what's it called? That place, that Halloween spirit place, whatever. They usually have some costumes, and some of them are pretty legit. So, like, if you're a cosplayer and you're trying to find something to work with, they kind of have some good stuff to kind of work with to do your own thing. But I did Connor from Assassin's Creed, the one with the English one, the American one. I never played the game, but I always wanted to be assassin. Like, I didn't care. I just always wanted to be assassin. So if you followed me at one point, I was like Minty the assassin, or assassin something, or Minty the something assassin, or whatever. Because during that time, especially if you saw my Ninja Maid cosplays and my like punk street kid cosplay that I did, I was gonna call it punk street kid because it was kind of punky street kid. I had a katana and I was like carrying that in the con floor, and people was like amazed. They're like, is that a real blade? And I was like, yeah, they had to sheath it because it's real, but I ain't playing. So, but here's the thing about me being an assassin. Connor, the assassin from Assassin's Creed. So, during that time, if you ever play Assassin's Creed, any Assassin's Creed, all of them wear their hoods, they walk stealthily through the place, nobody sees them, but the only times they see them is when they come out for the kill. Like, that's how I was feeling, because when I did Connor, I wore it to work, actually, and it got good. A lot of people liked it. I got second place for the cosplay contest, whatever. I got beat by nostalgia, whatever. But everybody commended my stuff, and they seen that, because even though, like in Assassin's Creed, they'll see you, but they don't see you. That's the funny thing, because if you see them, like, let me think of it. If you were in the YouTube days, awesome Creed, where oh my god, I should just link that somewhere or post that. But Awesome Creed, where it's like, oh my god, da da da, like, but like, who killed him? But oh my god, he's praying you're the murderer. Like it's kind of obvious that I'm the murderer, but it sounds crazy. But I'm obvious that I'm the assassin, but nobody sees me, because the minute I just put on the cloak and I just blend in again, nobody sees me again. I just go in and out and nobody sees me. The same with just, that's how I was moving at work. I came in there and I was seen, put on my hood, and nobody sees me again. I was just at a ninja. There we go, ninja assassin. That's what I was calling my Mintykid, a ninja assassin, because I was really into ninjas. Because I was always stealthily, nobody seen me. Don't see me, like John Cena. Like, and that that blew my mind about the different cosplays I chose, and it made me understand why I cosplay, why I picked up, went online and put on a schoolgirl costume and a weird wig that I bought at a hair store and went to my first con after I graduated high school, because we all was looking for our true identity, our true selves, to be ourselves. And I would have to say, like, of course, I mean, cosplaying, I would say I like to do on the side. It's not really my passion. It's not my passion. It's fun. I love seeing all the cosplays and going to cons and being with my con friends and doing everything. But then I realized the cosplay life isn't for me as much, especially if you're becoming the cosplayer, like the cosplayer with people with icons. I'm still posting it with my water post. But back to what I was saying, when I was cosplaying with all my con friends during that time, social media, like, you have to be really on the ball, especially with the cosplaying. Like, you have to be promoting, making cosplays, showing that. And I really didn't have the time to invest mentally. Like, I was just always consumed with so much other things that I just put it down to the side, and it's like, I'll cosplay when I can, and I'll go to cons when I can, because I just got tired. Like that, when we were going to the cons back to back, and then I'm just drawing money out of myself, and then on top of that, I was just tired, because, you know, cosplaying, if you are cosplaying, you're dedicated to your craft, I love you for that, because there are some phenomenally beautiful cosplayers, especially cosplayers of color. I commend y'all for all the craftsmanship and stuff that you guys do. I support y'all. But for me, like, getting up in the morning, making sure I had to do makeup, because I'm a perfectionist. I like to doing things right. Like, I like that. So getting up in the morning, do makeup and everything, and I couldn't do it. I wouldn't mind helping my friends or being my casual cosplay. I just like mini photo shoots and doing kawaii pictures of me being a weeb, like being my nerdy, girly, crazy self at a con. And I understand that, like, if somebody want to make me a dope cosplay because you say, hey, I think you could cosplay that, send it my way, you know, as long as it's not something that's not, I don't know, actually just send it my way, honestly, as long as it's something that resonated with me, honestly, I would say, hey, why not? But I feel good doing this right now, because like I said, 7 years ago, I was looking through my YouTube channel, and my old YouTube channel, and I saw that 7 years ago I said I was going to do a vlog, and I never did it until now. And this is just a start to many more that will come as topics drawn to me, or topics that you guys will feed to me, because I know y'all are curious, because I'm curious. If you're not curious, I don't know why you're living, because we have to continue being curious to learn. And that's where it is. Like, that's why I cosplayed. It gave me a sense of strength, a sense of pride, a sense of care, that I am that person. I am that stronger being. I am that ninja. I am Nightwing. I am Winry. Like, I am me. I am those different things. And we live ourselves into fantasy to make our fantasies our strengths in our own realities. And I feel that's why all of us honestly cosplay. Like, if you had never really thought about why you cosplay, I feel like you should. Then you would have a whole different appreciation when you start cosplaying again. You will look at it a different light. And I mean, that's all I kind of really wanted to talk about, is just why I cosplayed. And if anything, like, if you want to see any of my cosplay stuff, I still have them on my Instagram page when I went to Dragon Con, the times when I went to Super Con, many times, because it's the con down here. And the time I went to MegaCon, like, cosplaying makes us free. And I see why we do it. It's to be creative, to be us. Because we are free and we are creatives. We have to create and we can't help it. So, if anything, I will either plug it somewhere in my video or on the bottom. But follow me on IG, on Instagram at Mintykid, MINTYKID, kid, at Instagram. And I really thank you if you actually sat here and listened to this video, because if you did, I feel like you've already learned something. And if you didn't, and you stopped, probably didn't learn anything at all. But that's cool. The ones who watch, thank you. And I'll keep spreading my word, because I will always speak on what I believe in. And I'll continue to speak on what I believe in, because that's just, and I feel like it's right. Right, and thank you, and until I see y'all again, bye.